Okay, we are live. This is the second day in a row I've gone live. If you've never done a live with me before, basically you can just answer or you can comment the question below and then I will answer it. I try to get to all the questions if possible. Sometimes I don't get to all of them. You can super chat to make your question go, make sure it gets answered. Yeah, so let's see here. Let's get a collective message. I'm actually feeling like rolling the Astro dice. Hold on, let me turn my air on real quick too. All right, who's on? Let's see, are you done or just starting? I'm just starting, sorry. I had to turn the air on, so let's see, third house, Libra, Jupiter. Libras, your ability to communicate is expanding, is kind of what I'm seeing right now. There's something about something happening, an activity maybe in your neighborhood that is something that could be happening as well, but your ability to communicate is expanding, is what I'm seeing currently for you guys. Okay, let's see. Mara Ramirez says, hey. Mara Ramirez says, I liked and subbed. Oh, cool. I'm good, Mar. I'm just getting on here. I'm gonna do a couple questions. We'll probably only be on here for like 30 minutes today, or like 30 to 45, something like that. And then I'll probably get off. But yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah. Talking's a little difficult, but I feel like once I get into the readings, that'll help clear that up. Let's see, how's everyone else doing? How is everybody doing? Let's do a check-in. And Mar, you may ask a question. Okay, how does Chocolate feel towards Mar? Mar, it almost looks like he feels like you seem, to him it seems like you're a little closed off. For him personally, I think he feels lighter than air when he's around you. So there's a feeling of feeling lighter than air. We have a lot of cup and pentacle energy here, which talks about commitment, long-term standing kind of connections. It does feel romantic in some ways on his end. And then on your end, he sees it as you're in a more practical state of mind currently or something along those lines where you're kind of holding on to your resources or what you're going through right now, and you're keeping more closed off to yourself. I do see kind of a union between you two, like a connection of some kind. And there's this line above it, the union, the Two of Cups, and it feels very much like an eager kind of connection. Like I'm eager to connect, or I'm like your higher self or your spirit guides are trying to push you together like really quickly, something like that. Like they're eager for you to get to know each other. It just seems like he views you're maybe a little closed off at this current point. Mars says, I really like him. He has just been quiet. Maybe he's the one that's closed off. He didn't text me all day. Yeah, it might be the fact that like he seems a little closed off right now and you feel lighter than air when you're around him, something like that. But I do think that your angels and spirit guides are trying to bring you together, what I see here with the Two of Cups. And it might be even that if he feels like you're closed off, he's trying to give you space, something like that. But that's kind of what I see right now. I'm trying to think of what I need. Okay, if it comes up, we'll do it. I feel like there's something I'm missing right now. Okay, let's see. So we had, someone says, I subbed to you a couple days ago. By the way, your readings are very accurate. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I do get that a lot. Hoping they're accurate today too, so. He didn't text me all day. I want to have his kids. That's so funny. Laughing faces. That's good, yeah. Procreation is the name of the whole game, right? Like, eventually. Let's see. May you ask for his next move. Yeah, let's see. What is his next move going to be? I want to pull a different deck. I'm not feeling this deck right now. I'm going to pull from this deck. What is Chakib's next move going to be? It doesn't seem like Chalk is going to reach out until he goes through some kind of defeat. It does feel like there's something that he could have succeeded in that he didn't, at least outwardly. Like he's not getting an outward status of success with this particular thing. It does lead to a change of heart. And with the Ace of Cups here, it just talks about he's not going to reach out necessarily immediately, and he has to go through a rebirth before he is going to reach out. That is kind of something that I'm seeing here. Whatever this thing is that he loses, like whatever this position is or something like that, it has him reevaluating where his heart lies and what he wants to focus on, and that creates this judgment energy of like emerging stronger and more empowered, and that might make him view the relationship differently, and then he would reach out because of that. But he has to kind of go through that before he's going to reach out, is kind of what it seems like. And that might be something that happens in a week's time, something might be happen in a month's time, all that stuff. Barbara says, hey Cody, I love your readings. My question is, how does T feel towards me? Okay, Barbara, let's see. How does T feel towards Barbara? Okay. Cards are being wonky for this one, so let's see what that is all about. How does T feel towards Barbara? There's some kind of block here, Barbara. It looks like there's some kind of block, or there's some kind of like halting of some kind of energy or something like that. It does feel like T feels like you're very consistent as a person, but then at the same time, it's like T's waiting for his right move to like get emotional with you or something like that. Like it almost looks like on your end, there's a practicality to this connection. We're missing wands here, Barbara. So it almost feels like there's this feeling of like having the practical side of things, knowing how relationships should work, knowing like what it is by the book, stuff like that. But there's a feeling of wanting something more romantic, at least on this person's end, on their end of things. I'm trying to think what else I see here. If this person's intuitive, they'll find a way around this obstacle with you. But if they're not, they may give up. They may feel like it's not worth it to try to elicit an emotional kind of connection out of this thing. But with Eight of Pentacles, they definitely see you as consistent. I think that like, there's a reliability there. Maybe not necessarily a romantic thing, like, you know, but like still, like this person's very reliable, right? That's kind of one thing that I'm seeing here. Let's see. Source says, Cody, are you feeling better? I have been feeling better. It's like on and off, honestly. I'm on so many different meds right now, and they're switching them up and down, and it's just kind of wild. But so Source says, I've been sick again. I want to ask will I recover from the heartbreak that Ifil caused me. Okay. Source wants to know if she will recover from the heartbreak that Ifil caused her. I see if you're feeling pretty hopeless at this time, or you're feeling like there's a feeling of like worrying you're never going to have hope again. Like, oh, am I never just going to have hope again? Am I always going to be like this? With the moon energy upright here, it's not, the cards don't want you to focus on like what the healing journey is going to be, like how you're going to get healed. They do want to give you the destination though. They are going to tell you that you're going to end up with a partner after this healing journey, that you're going to end up with someone who there's like a mutual attraction and respect and communication. I'm saying this is a partner that is as beautiful as you are, so you guys both have a sense of beauty about you, something like that. But with the moon energy here, they don't want you to know what's coming in the healing journey. It's almost like this is gonna be a little chaotic, and that's okay. And just kind of stay afloat, you know? The best thing you can do with the moon card here, thing that I'm thinking of, is just going downstream, like letting yourself go downstream, letting yourself go on the roller coaster ride, you know, and know that it is not going to take away all hope for the future like you might think it is. Because I do think at the very end of this whole thing, with the Two of Cups here, and me just pulling the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, there's this feeling that it's like there's an offer, or like there's this feeling of looking back and being like, this was an offering, like this whole journey was an offering. Ace of Pentacles also talks that this will not be a friendship. It's not a friendship connection as Two of Cups. It's definitely more of a like a romantic kind of situation. Just keep that in mind. Source says, I've been suffering from severe depression, anxiety. I can't seem to get well. Yeah, and I just want to let you know that like, I would hang in there, you know, and try to go with the flow as best you can. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, and this borders into medical kind of stuff. So definitely get a second opinion. Obviously, like anytime you're like consulting a tarot reader for stuff, you always have to get a second opinion. But yeah, it's, you know, I'm right there with you, because that's kind of some of the stuff I'm suffering from as well, on top of some other things. But yeah, Barbara says, thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome, Barbara. ET in 5D says, hello, what can I expect for the month of November? Good question. What can ET expect for the month of November? Who is this person? Okay. I am seeing a few things, ET. Let's see here. We have, for the month of November, generally, I feel like there's going to be more of an isolation in the beginning of the month. I feel like you're leaving behind something that has outlived its like passion in your life, or at least taking a break from it. Nine of Wands is something that, like, you know, it's something that lit you up at some point. You know, it lit you up, it made you feel good, it made you feel on top of the world. It stirred the inner fire within you. But now what I'm seeing with the Nine of Wands here, it's like you're letting go of that, or you're healing from that, which just means that sometimes the flame of passion can burn so bright, and we can be so like wrapped up in something that we're so passionate about that it can turn into work. It can turn into heavy, like hard work, you know? And it's like, this is the time where you need to take a break and come back with fresh eyes. I see you start problem solving with something in your life. I don't know what it is. There's some problem that needs to be solved that you start working on actively in the first couple weeks of November. Then later, I see there is a communication happening with someone who is odd, different, or unusual that is in your work environment, or there's someone that you want to work with. Specifically, this person is, they feel young. They feel like the vibe I'm getting is they see things and they're like, ooh, ah, like that. Oh, like they're surprised at a lot of stuff is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. I also see here with this Three of Pentacles here, this is something that you've wanted to do with this person for a while, like wanted to work on some kind of project with them, and all of that. But it's like with the lovers here, it's really interesting because I think you're gonna have an open, honest, nearly telepathic conversation with them that is going to bring a lot of clarity into the situation, whatever that means to you. I do see there is a feeling here of somewhat of like a divide between both of you, but it still doesn't matter. There's still going to be that conversation, you know, even if there is that divide there. And that's going to happen towards the end of November is what it seems like. I don't think this person's romantic just because I pulled Pentacles energy. But yeah, that's what I got for you for the month of November. Let's see. Cersei Love says, thank you so much, Cody. I'll be here encouraging you and cheering you up too while I'm on my healing journey. Okay, thanks. Yeah. And then hopefully we both get through it. You know, I think we will. So that's what I think. It's just been a long one for me. It's like a long journey. Ethereal, I will give people more than one free question. It just depends on how many people are on. But like usually I try to get different people's questions. But yeah, maybe I should do that. I don't know. I just kind of see what people write in. Is this chat going or am I like, oh, I'm at the bottom, cool. And Etney says, thank you. Cool, let me roll some astro dice for some messages, for random messages for people or zodiac signs on this, or waiting for the next questions. 5th house, Cancer, Venus. Cancers, you might have a lover coming in soon, or some kind of romantic, passionate, sexual encounter. Honestly, like Venus is kind of like sexuality, essentially. She's Aphrodite, and 5th house is pleasure. And it's something that you are choosing to do. It's like, this is your choice, because 5th house is choice. It's like, I want to make my reality this way, and so I'm going to. And so I feel like you have the opportunity, Cancers, to have a beautiful, kind of intimate union with someone. So lucky you. Let's see. Poppy Cave says, hi, Cody. I would like to know if there will be a job opening for me around November, January. Let's see. Job opening for Poppy. Maybe a job opening for Poppy in November, January. What is that? Okay. I'm gonna pull a career card for the devil just to see what the devil is representing here. Because even as a reader, I will tell you this, there's certain cards that come out again and again for certain positions, and I still don't know why. Like, and I know I'm going to know why. Like, for example, the devil always comes out for me in career readings. Not sure why, honestly. It's the one thing where I'm like, why does it, yeah, so let me pull a career card to like supplement it. Small increase label info. Okay. I think the devil's just encouraging you not to be too attached to like getting this particular job. I do see the 7 of Cups here, which means there's going to be a lot of options, but Two of Swords talks about being blocked off from a lot of these options. It does feel like with the nugget here, it says small increase, valuable info, and honest assessment. It feels like there needs to be a sense of like knowing what your true talents are, and also I think that there's a person coming in that's going to give you info about this, Poppy. It feels like someone's coming in that's going to give you this valuable insight and information. We do have fresh start and steady work and career building. So fresh start makes me think that there might be something coming in, but it does look like the journey itself is like numerous options. And then like, which option's this one? Which option's the best one? Which I have to filter through this one or that one? And then Two of Swords here just indicates like a block that you can overcome if you use your intuition. And I think that's going to be tied in with the valuable info you get. Let's see here. I'm trying to look at the devil and trying to interpret. Oh, the bones. I'm seeing get back to basics with the bones here. Get back to basics, and also be aware of a career that wants to tie you down. You don't want to go from one situation that was confining to something else that's also confining. It's kind of what I'm seeing with that devil energy. So. Guided by the stars, 11, 11, 11. Says, I caught my neighbor taking stones from my front yard today. So shake my head. Don't get a good vibe about the mother or daughter. Maybe you can get a read on it. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Stones? Like your crystals? Do you have crystals in your front yard? I have crystals in my front yard. Let's see. Poppy Caves. Okay, thanks, Cody. You're welcome. Let's see here. Guided by the stars. What is going on? Who's taking Guided by the Stars stones? And why are they taking them? This is a very odd reading. Hold on. Pull one more card. Makes me think I need to pull some stones in from my yard, maybe. I don't know. Oh, wow, you got animal. Okay. Embrace your wild side, instinctual. Yeah, they're just being kind of like instinctual is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Decoration rocks, garden stones. Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks like they're just, I don't know, people are being like, animal can come out. It was in reverse too. It's like embrace your wild side, instinctual. Sometimes that can include like doing things animals do, like stealing from other animals and stuff like that. You know, like I don't know if you guys have seen The Craft. It's like, you know, they say there was a line in the movie where she's like, you know, big animals steal from little ones and blah, 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 blah. And someone has a counter rebuttal to that, but I remember that part of it. And that's kind of, sometimes I think of that with the animal card here. I feel like this person's been waiting for a long time to take the rocks, I guess, is kind of what it seems like. But it might help to like get to know these people. I know that sounds odd, but it might help to get to know them. The Judgment card's interesting. I think this is going to help with a rebirth of some kind. But I know it's like hard to use these bigger terms with tarot with like a thing like the stealing of the rocks, but it does feel like a rebirth is coming for you, and this might be a signal of like, what's that called, like letting go. Interesting. Yeah, that's all I got for that. That was a hard reading to do. I don't know why it was so hard for me to do. It was just like difficult for some reason. Wow, really? They never speak to me. Interesting. Yeah, it almost looked like there's a feeling of like putting two people together with the Hierophant being in reverse, like needing to meet them or needing to talk to them or something like that. Micro Moore says, hi. Micro Moore says, I'm on a new thing phase. Any messages for me concerning this? Okay. Micromore, the me, new me thing. So let's see what messages Micromore needs to know. It seems like there's someone who's very tired, Micromore, who's in your life that is kind of wanting your attention, but you're really just focusing on yourself and your inner spirit is kind of how I'm putting it. And you're learning to take your own pace, you're learning to take things at your own time, and you're learning to nurture yourself in that regard. I do think this person feels like because you're a relaxing energy, is the vibe that I'm getting, or a nurturing energy, they feel like they need you to constantly heal them so they can just keep overworking at something that they, in truth, need to take a break from. That they need to actually take some time away from because they're totally overworked and they need rest. On the flip side, though, I do see there's this ability for you as you take care of yourself to start like thinking of different plans and ideas for group projects. And I think you're like starting to think of like people like, who do I want to work with? You know, who is going to be a fit for me? Not necessarily who am I a fit for, but who is going to be a fit for me? That kind of vibe. And then I really just see you taking things really easy and being in flow. I'm kudos to you for breaking away from this person. If this is it feels like it's a person, but kudos to you to breaking away from them, because honestly, it feels like you're being a better version of yourself. And it's like this other person, once they learn their lesson, they'll be a better version of themselves as well. So yeah. And then Mike Moore says, I am a twin who is overworking. You have a twin, or you are the twin? Therial says, I'll be driving, Cody. Take care if you get off. Okay. Ira says, I'm new. Ira says, dear sir, Kashif missed me today. Oh, I have a twin. That's what I thought. Okay. Okay. So it might be that like right now your twin you need some time apart or something like that. She's overworking. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to pull another Astro. This is like a lot of Astro dice cards. I want to pull some more Astro dice for... Okay, so what do we need to know for... let's see, what do we got here? Mars, Scorpio, and 8th house. Or that's Virgo. Virgo, you might be going through some kind of maybe destructive transformation, but it's very motivating. It's like you're ready to jump into the flames. It's like that's the vibe here. It's like my Virgos are like about to jump into kind of some situation where it's like, I'm going to take it on full force and we're going to make it happen. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And it's like, you know, it's going to be very transformative, but you're still ready to do it. You're still ready to go for it. That's kind of what I got from my Virgos. Oh, let me, let's see. Let's answer Ira's question. Ira222 says, does Sir Kashif miss me today? Does Kashif miss Ira today? I don't know if that's, actually, Ira, I don't know if that's two people or if that's just one person. If you're asking about two different people or if that's just one person. Is Sir Kashif with the hyphen one person or two? I'll wait till you answer and I'll roll the Astro dice one more time. Does it count if I'm a Virgo rising? I think it would. I like to do sun, moon, and rising. Personally, I think that's the general theme for most people when they look at their stuff. However, well, yeah, sun, moon, and rising. One person, sir. Okay, cool. So, oh, you're calling me sir. Okay, that's cute. Okay, thanks. Does Kashif miss Ira today? Does Kashif miss Ira today? Let's see. Oh, he was just super busy. I don't think he missed you today because he was super busy. It was like something about routine work or repetition or just really focused on work or something like that. And there's something about balancing his life right now where he was trying to figure out how to balance his life. So that's another reason why he wasn't able to think about you or something like that. But it doesn't look like he necessarily missed you today. We have the Ace of Pentacles too, which gives friendship energy as well. There's basically, it's like Pentacles energy and justice. So it feels like work or coworker or something like that. But yeah, Ira says, yes, right. Yeah. It just feels like there's a feeling of like, I mean, I don't know. It just feels like he was just too busy today to like even think about it. You know, that's kind of what I'm seeing here right now. But yeah. Let's see. Guided by the Stars 111 says, thank you. I've tried to speak and be friends, but they never speak to me. It's so weird. Never had neighbors like this. Oh, that's so odd. Yeah. That is odd. Iris says, thank you so much, Star. And Guided by the Stars says, L no. I don't know what that is. Okay, so I'm gonna roll the Astrodice for some more Zodiac stuff. So let's see, what else do we need to know for Zodiac signs? Pisces, 4th, North Node, okay. This is super interesting. Pisces might be doing something really destined with their home environment that's brand new. So it's something that they might be confronted with. Oh, Guided by the Stars says, I know. That's what they meant to say. Sorry, LOL. So yeah, Pisces, basically you're going through, like your house is going through a glow up is what it looks like. And it looks like it's some kind of destined event is happening for Pisces. And I honestly, I feel like this is screaming like buying new furniture, or this is screaming like buying new, what is that? Buying new like objects for the home, or getting something ready for the home, or setting up for a party at the home, something like that. There's something about, I've never done this before, but I have to do it now. So it's like something with the home that you've never had to do, but you like have to do it at this current point. Hopefully you guys clean your homes, and it's not like the first time you've ever like cleaned your home, but it could be something like that. Like this is the first time you have to do something along those lines. Let's do one more Astrodice for people. Let's see, here we go. Oh my gosh. Interesting. We have the South Node, Pisces in the 4th. So there's more messages for Pisces here about what I was just saying. There's also getting rid of stuff from the home. So it's not just adding stuff on, it could be getting rid of stuff. It could be releasing things. It could be releasing objects. It could be releasing a home. You might be selling a home. Pisces might be selling a home or wrapping up the final stages of selling a home. Whereas maybe, how do I put it? Like some Pisces are like moving into a new home, some are selling a home. So there's a lot of like going on with your sense of foundation is what I'm seeing. Do one more and then I'll get off if there's no more questions. I know we just did a live yesterday, so let's see. Another one for Pisces, okay. Pisces, you also might be letting go of certain friendships in your life because of this stuff with your home. There's something tied between your home life and your friendships. So yeah, that might be another thing here. You might be releasing friends from the past that are comfortable, but that are holding back your growth. I'm really into this Pisces message. I'm just gonna keep going with it. 7 of Pentacles talks about you're still gonna keep some friends that are very long-term friends. It's not like all your friends are gonna fade away, but there are a few of them that are kind of holding you back. And it's like this gardener, right? You're going to trim your garden. You're going to let go of some fruit. You're going to let go of some bad fruit. You're going to keep the other fruit. You're going to introduce new seeds, whatever the stuff may be. Where's my future spouse? Tell him to hurry up. Okay, let's see. Mick Moore wants to know where their future spouse is. Sorry guys, I say there and they a lot on this channel because I don't know your guys' genders based off your name. Sometimes I try to guess, but it's just easier to say they rather than having to ask you and you type it and stuff like that. Just keeps things easy. So where is my future spouse? Where is Mick Moore's future spouse? Okay, and I want to pull a place. Where is the place? There it is. Okay. Let's see, where is Mick Moore's future spouse? Oh, okay. Mick Moore, I don't know if you're into like athletic types, but this person feels very competitive. And they're not competitive necessarily in the sense of like, I have to be like physically outwardly number one. They're competitive with themselves. So even though they're like confrontational in the arena or the competitive fields, because I have competitive environment, sporting events, and performance stage, this person feels like they're competitive, but for their own standards, if that makes sense. Like they want to make sure that they are, how do I put this? Like doing, sorry, I just realized it's really dark in here. Hold on, let me turn on the light real, guys. I'll finish this reading real quick. There, that's better. Okay, so they're competitive in the sense of like they're measuring themselves to their own standard is kind of what I'm seeing. The magician here is talking about how they are not ready to be in a partnership yet with you as a spouse. Yeah, I think this relationship's going to come in quickly when they are, though. This is the type of person, as soon as they're like, I want to get married, like they'll meet someone the next day. And that might be frustrating because you're going to come into their life as their spouse and be like, I've been waiting for you for so long, you know? But it just feels in general like they can get it quickly when they're ready for it, but they're not ready for it. They're so focused on their sports, their athleticism, what they're doing to try to accomplish that. I don't know how old you are. Where did that person go? Micromore, I don't know how old you are, but this person's giving like currently or like in the recent past, like college athlete vibes, or like something about like, but it also gives like someone who like exercises and like focuses on their health just by the pure fact that they want to like be better. And they may have done sports in the past. This is just giving someone who's very athletic. And Nine of Swords talks about someone who is not afraid to like take down the competition, right? Just so they can have their sense of like self intact, if that makes sense. Micromore says, I am 40. Okay, something I want to like, you could probably look into if you're looking for your spouse. I don't know if you know what masters sports are. They're like for older people. My dad does it. And yeah, it's just like, I'm trying to think of, because that's like, this person's definitely athletic, or they're just physically fit in some way, shape, or form. Micromore says, why, Lordy, why? Oh my gosh, I'm missing all the fun. Okay, here we go. Yeah, but that's what I got for you. Yeah, they're physically fit, or like they're talented in some kind of athletic regard. Let's see. Hey, what's my boyfriend's feelings towards me? What's the outcome of our relationship? Okay. MMYK wants to know, what are the boyfriend's feelings towards me? What type do I want? This one. And what's the outcome of our relationship? Okay. What are the boyfriend's feelings towards me? What's the outcome of your relationship? Okay, let's see. Boyfriend's feelings. What is the outcome of the relationship? Okay. That's interesting. Hold on, let me take a look at this for a second. I'm hearing the Deadmau5 song. It's like sometimes things get complicated. One thing that I'm saying about your boyfriend's feelings towards you, first of all, he's very motivated towards you, very ready to take or engage. But with the Temperance card here, there's a little bit of dark and lightness to this person's personality or to your relationship in general. And he's recognizing that at some points it can be destructive, although enlightening. And at other points it's very calm, peaceful, and chill. And it's like, we never know when the lightning's gonna strike, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. As far as like the final conclusion of it, there's a feeling of like both of you releasing a part of yourselves into the other one if you do part ways. And it does kind of feel like there might be a parting of the ways eventually, but that this relationship does need to like play out in its entirety, right? I'm not seeing too many like cups or wands energy, so it does feel like there's like more of a pragmatic component to this connection as well. It's like you're each laying like a past self to rest in the other one. And I think that's why this is so cathartic and why it feels so good in this connection, is because you're releasing a part of yourself into your partner that you no longer need. and vice versa. They're releasing a part of themselves into you that you know that they no longer need. With Knight of Pentacles in reverse, this gives you a plan, like a vision and a plan for your future, because you're clear. It's like you were allowed to let go of some baggage in this connection, and that person be able to adapt and receive it. That's at least the final kind of component of how it's going to play out. Now you could still stay together with this energy, right? It just means that here's the issue with staying together. It's like it's a trauma healing connection, right? It's not just like a chill with your partner and enjoy the time together. It's like once you run out of trauma to heal, the connection can feel stagnant. That's the only thing I'm getting here. It's like with the Swords energy and the Pentacles energy, it can feel more pragmatic as of a connection. So once the trauma runs out, it can be something that, and then when you're releasing the trauma into your partner, it feels really good. It feels very cathartic. It feels extra special is what I'm hearing. But there are these destructive moments also in this connection, or at least that's how your partner's viewing it. Your partner's also viewing it with the Chariot here, that they're just motivated. They're ready to go. They're willing to put in the work. Like this person feels like they're very engaged in this connection is what I'm seeing. Slightly volatile, but because Temperance here is also here and it's an angel, I think this is guided. Like I think you're meant to be with this person, at least for the time being, because of all these reasons, right? So yeah, that's what I got for you. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna get Ethereal's question just because she's my moderator, so I do like to get her a reading. And then I'll try to get to yours, yeah, can't pronounce it. But let me see. Okay, so general reading for what guidance Ethereal needs. Let's see here. Oh, you're being asked to get out of your house first and foremost and go hang out in the city, whatever that means. I don't know if you live by a city, but there's something about go out and do something. Go out and go have fun. I'm hearing you don't want to watch the what's it? It's like what's that phrase where it's like a watched pot never boils? Like but if you leave the room and you do something else, you come back into the kitchen, the pot's just like bubbling and boiling. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, especially with your practical projects and your plans and stuff like that. Right now, the cards are urging you to set them aside. There's something you want to do. There's something that you like want to do, or if you go somewhere, you're going to feel really good about it. I think you've been thinking about the home environment, either leaving it or being in it too long or too much or something like that. Something along those lines. It's saying you put everything in motion already. It just has to grow. Like you have to give it some time and let these plants grow before you can harvest them. Seven of Pentacles is in this deck is associated with Saturn, and I'm kind of seeing that energy here. So yeah. Let's see. Have I met my soulmate? Amigdios, have I met my soulmate? Are they coming in soon? Let's see. Has Amigdio met their soulmate? Are they coming in soon? Oh, okay. I don't think you have met them yet. And I think currently there's some kind of situation, like a sticky situation that something breaking down or something kind of crumbling around you or something like that, that there's a feeling of needing to get out of this before the soulmate comes in. Will the soulmate come in after this? I'm also Migdio, your angels are with you on this situation. Whatever's crumbling, whatever's breaking apart, whether that's something in your own mind or your transformation of yourself, even if it's like super dark and destructive, your angels are working with you through it. Let's see if the soulmate's coming in after. Okay, let me pull one more card. Okay, yeah. I don't know if you appreciate, well, I mean, Queen of Pentacles reversed is kind of like she's feminine, but she's also like deals with practical stuff. This person has more of a feminine nature. They deal with practical things. This soulmate coming in, they will be coming in, and I see that your idea of them is going to be more clear after this moment, this tower moment that comes through, and your angels work you through it. You're going to have a clear idea of what you want in a connection. I wouldn't even like try to focus on what you want right now. Just get out of the current thing that you're going through. and your angels are helping you work through that, which is good. But after that, it's really cool because you do get this idea of who this soulmate is. And that means that they will come in. And we also have the 10 of Cups, which is the loving family card. This means that, you know, you can start a family with this person, or you can have like your own home with this person and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I got for you. I'm gonna do one more question and then I'm gonna have to get off the live, guys. Let's see. Oh, we have a super chat. Oh, it's just a thank you. Thanks. Oh, Serena wants to ask if she's met her future spouse yet. I'll do that one, but this will be the last one. Guys, don't do any more super chats because I won't be able to get to. I mean, you can if you just want to donate, but I won't be able to get to them because it's gonna be my last question. So, okay, I want to ask if I've met my future spouse yet. So Serena wants to know if she's met her future spouse yet. Let's see here. I want to pull another card from this deck. Right there. Okay. Has Serena met her future spouse yet? Okay, so Serena, your future spouse already knows who you are, but you don't know who they are. The thing that I'm seeing here is this person feels like you are like a dream come true or a wish fulfilled. They feel like personally that the fact that they found you, like it reflects positively on their own accomplishments and achievements. They definitely want to start a family with you. I am seeing this person does start a family with you. Air just turned off for confirmation. 5 of Pentacles feels like they don't feel like they're worthy enough for you though, or they're healing from some kind of health difficulty at this time. Also, people are telling this person that you're not right for them, and they're saying, no, she is right for me, and I'm gonna fight for it. So this is someone who's gonna fight for what they want with you. They're definitely going to be there in that regard, and they're going to stand up for you, is what I'm hearing. It's funny because you're like wandering, you're like represented by this Queen of Pentacles, and she's like looking off at this pentacle, and then like in comes the person like fast as can be, you know. And so this person, I think, is just like waiting for the right move, but it's not like that. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like the Page of Swords. It feels like this person has made attempts to, but it's like you don't know who they are. This is kind of confusing because it's like I don't think you know who they are, but they've made attempts. So it might not be someone you're thinking of, but it might be someone who's like approached you a couple of times and maybe you just didn't get the hint. Something like that. But with the Wands and the Cups energy, this is a very passionate connection. They feel like this connection is very passionate. They're very focused on the passion. And Cups energy is like the solution. It's like what it's going to turn into is like romance, emotional compatibility, and connection. Yeah, they're just worried they're lacking in some way when it comes to you. So yeah, that's what I got for you. And oh, whoa, where did this deck go? There it is. Ethereal says, thank you for your time and energy. Micro Morris says, Cody, make sure to keep your body warm with acupuncture and hot food. I really do need that, seriously. I do need that. You guys, I feel like you guys can like see my face and know what I need health-wise, which is interesting. I don't have that ability with people, I don't think. But let's see, like 11 guidance for my depression. Sorry, I'm not doing any more questions, but yeah, let's see. I think that's it. I'm going to get off the live now, guys. Thank you for joining me. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to try to film more content soon, like pick a cards and stuff especially. I just really feel like I've been slacking, and you know, I've been having lower energy lately, and I know that's like, I don't know. I know I should take care of myself too, but like part of me is just like, I want to get back to it, you know? So yeah, I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.